of Africa. He a lion wherever he walked through, right? So you see that lioness, he's still a lion. She recognized him as the head off top. He don't be passive and be like weak. He's dominant. She see him, she can pick or choose or lose and snoops. But then when she make her decision, she know that was a head. So I'm saying I'm the head regardless of if I'm courting you, pursuing you, dating you, having sex with you.
All right, Ron, calm down. Here we go.
I'm just sitting back realizing that ain't nothing on these streets. Every king need a queen. Every queen need a king in a ring.
Welcome to another conversation with Coach Ron C. I'm your host, Coach Ron C. And today we're diving into a thought-provoking and maybe even an emotional question. Did you miss out on your husband? Now, some of us wonder if we let the one, not the two, get away, or if we're still waiting for the right person. We've got three powerful women with me tonight, joining me today to share their real life experiences, lessons, and perspectives. So let's get into it real quick, not slick. Hey, Crystal. Hey. My first guest is Crystal Perry, a woman in her 40s, divorced with no children. Crystal, thank you for joining us.
Sure thing.
I love to read on you.
Thank you.
It's so powerful.
Specifically 49. So
okay.
Not even really claiming 40s anymore.
Okay. Well, you look good. You look good. You look good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what we talking about today is, Crystal, first of all, what do you do? Where you're from? And give me a little feedback on you, because people watching you.
So I am from the Oak Cliff region of Dallas, Texas. I'm a Carter girl. Left there, and then I went to Texas A&M for my undergrad degree. And now I am a public art consultant and a brand strategist in Dallas.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Yeah, we was in Texas A&M the other day. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So I got a little snippet here.
List of questions for me?
For sure. Okay. Yeah. So I want to take you back when you got married. Okay. Whenever that was. And, when that marriage met its demise, was it you or him? What was the problem in that situation?
So I got married at 28. I think 28, right? A little different because we met at 4. So I was marrying my best friend. And we still are very good friends. I talked to him on the way here today. What? It's just that, marriage was not the best way for our relationship to show up. We do better as friends.
So you met him at 4, y'all still best friends. How has that hurt or helped your relationships after your husband? Because some men are terrible. I'm really terrible. You couldn't be with your best friend.
Yeah. So I think the concept of best friend for me is a little different because I have lots of best friends.
Males?
They're more women. But I do have childhood friends that are my people. And if anything else that I've learned with age is that I'm not in the business of weeding good people out of my life. And in the case of my ex-husband, yes, we definitely had to figure out how to be friends while not being married. In terms of our personal lives, like he doesn't get into mine, I don't get into his. If he were to get remarried, I would be excited for him.
He's still single.
He is still single. He does not have children either.
Y'all need to get back together.
Yeah, no, we don't. We need to keep it the way it is. But he is a great man, and if he should get remarried, like that woman is getting a great man. He just wasn't the man for me in that way.
He's a great man.
He is.
You divorced him, or he divorced you?
We mutually called it quits.
Who filed for divorce?
He did.
Okay, so he divorced you.
He did.
Okay. So after the divorce, how did you start dealing with relationships as far as, I guess you were in your 30s then, correct?
30.
So how did you start dealing with relationships as far as men? Were you just like, okay, I'm finna just be and respectfully, I'm just gonna go out and do me and be for the streets and hang out and do my thing. I'm gonna get my degrees and get my money right. And I'm gonna date when I want to date who I want to date. Or was you like, I want a husband now that's gonna be solid where I don't have to deal with all the ramifications of what I deal with my ex-husband? Because obviously when he divorced you, it was a reason for that. We're gonna pass that. But when you start after the divorce, what'd you do after that?
Well, initially after it, I had to actually beg him for the divorce because he had second and third thoughts. And I'm like, no, we should walk this through like we discussed.
So he didn't want to divorce you.
That's his story to tell. I'm just explaining how it happened.
Let's tag your husband.
His interpretation of it is his story to tell.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I decided though is that I could not have asked for like better treatment and all those things. But again, we always did and still do click very well on friendship cylinders.
I think we stuck on him. Let's get past him.
I'm about to. So
he might be the one. He might be your husband.
He is not, and that's okay.
I think you like him.
I love him, but he does not need to be my husband. Moving forward, when I started back dating after the divorce, though, there were things about him, things about my dad, things about my other male best friends that I realized I still find these things important. I still see the value in those things. And even today, I still date with those priorities in mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Because people don't hang around me for more than 3 minutes and walk away thinking she doesn't really know what she wants to do. So in terms of your question about men and how they feel about my relationship with him, if there is a man who knows me, he knows that if I still wanted to be with him, I would be. Like, I'm not with him, and that's put to bed. And sir, you and I should be talking about what we're doing, because I'm not talking to you about what your children's mother or your ex-wife is doing. Like, I'm not. If you wanted to be with her, you would be. But if you're in my face and we're talking, let's work on building whatever this is that we're going to build.
That's no respect. So after him, we're gonna stop talking about him.
Okay.
We give him a lot of credit, and he's probably great. And I know he's gonna be great for another woman. So now in today's life, we talked before the show. So are you seeking marriage? Are you interested in being a married woman? Or are you just like totally independent to the fact that you can just be, the dual, like you the male and the female in a household? You got the grass cut, you got the trash taken care of, you put gas in your car. Are you just that confident in yourself? You never want to be relaxed and be like feeling in your soft feminine energy, say like, okay, well, Ron got it. I don't deal with that. Ron take care of that. Do you ever feel that way?
I do. So first of all, I'm not the male and female in my house. I'm a woman. And men who have been in relationships with me will tell you that regardless of, me being strong in my opinions, I never sought to wear the pants, whether that's marriage or dating. In terms of approaching like the things in my house, and I don't attach stress or work to being a responsible adult. The grass needs to be cut. I call the man, he cuts it. I live alone. I still have a housekeeper. Please come clean up today. So I think like the idea that because I'm unmarried, that brings an extra layer of something. No, it doesn't. That's just me being responsible, gender non-specific. In my relationships with dating though, I have not yet reached a point where I decided that absolutely yes, marriage has to be the goal. I don't like even putting that kind of pressure on a relationship.
Do you want to be a wife?
I don't mind it. So I'm making that clear, because I'm not saying I've written off marriage. If it shows up, great. If it doesn't, also great.
How's it also great if it don't show up?
What am I?
Miss Crystal, and you look lovely today. Were you raised to be a wife?
No. You're asking like if my parents pushed?
Yes, ma'am.
No, they didn't.
Okay, so you have a different mindset. So you weren't raised to be a wife, so being a wife don't really matter to you.
I wouldn't say that it doesn't matter. I would say that I don't burden my relationships with the pressure of this has to end at the altar. Because again, like we were saying earlier, I feel like when we think about the sum total of our lives, right, we're not going to make it to the altar with everybody that we interact with.
But why we got to deal with all them other people that we ain't going to make it to the altar with? I'm saying,
how do we know that? If we don't deal with the people, how do we know that we're not?
My thought process is I'm not going to waste time with Crystal, Isha, Keisha, and Tanisha because I can't recoup that time. Right? I got a lot of energy in me, right? So if I put all the energy in Keisha, Tanisha, Tammy, and Karen, and then when the one come, I'm depleted.
So I think I understand what you're saying, and I don't challenge that. I will say for me, I don't come from a scarcity mindset that says that there's a finite amount of things.
It's not that I'm scared. It's the fact that I'm depleted. So I've been used and abused by all these women who didn't see me as their husband. And now I'm tainted goods for the one I want. So I'm not scared.
I'm not saying you're scared.
No. I'm saying the male is not scared.
Okay.
Because I can still, do a lot of things.
Right.
at 40, 50, 60, and 70 that women can't do
Right.
at 30, 40, and 50 sometimes.
Right.
So if you have no kids, right?
Right.
Right. So if I say I'll meet you at 60 and I say you the one, I want kids, you can't give me a son.
Right. So then I'm not your person, and that's okay. You need to go find someone who can give you a son.
It's not that simple though. You're wasting time with me. Because if I run you 60 to 70, then what you didn't waste time and energy.
Well, I think the particular point that you're making here is dependent on wanting children. And I never wanted children. I knew at 16 that I didn't want children. What I do love is that I get to make decisions for thousands of children every day through my work with the city, through nonprofits. That's for me. But to be honest, like, I don't mind dating men with children. But, you know, for me, like, being one person's specific mother was never my goal.
I love it. If you can speak to your younger self, what would you do different?
You know what? I would not do anything different.
Everything is great.
I've had a wonderful life. I am so fortunate that I have never had to choose between like lack here and lack there, because I was able to have the relationships with the men I wanted, have the jobs that I wanted, get the education that I wanted. So
so many women focus on jobs and education. And I love it. I don't disrespect it, but that's so minute in my lifestyle. So just for the women who might not be focused on what you focus on, the young girls that's looking at you, that look like you, that's going to quarter right now, 14, 15, 16. Can you give them a tidbit of advice, please?
Yeah,
from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap this up.
Absolutely. So what I would say is the same way that I made the choice to prioritize jobs and education, and also the men that I date, I made a choice to not want to be a mother. What I would say is that they actually should prioritize those things. If you want to be a mother, you should date people that can provide that for you.
I love it. And
it's important.
You said something prolific. So you're saying when a woman is raised to be a wife, they're the man who's willing to be a husband, correct?
Right.
I love it. Before we go to Brad, hold on. Let's get out of this real quick, because you really deep and you're dope. We talked before the camera was rolling, and I love your mindset and your opinion. So we're going to get into this and get into that. And you know, I want to say this real quick before we go. Crystal, I know the camera didn't catch us. Okay. But I like strong people because I'm really articulate, I'm really intelligent, and I don't mind, you know, a monologue and a dialogue because I learn from people. Because I don't know all women, I just know some women, but I have an opinion. Remember I was saying like the man's the head, the woman is the neck. You looked at me kind of crazy, right? And I understand how you looked at me. But then maybe another woman over here who's coming up soon looked at me like, okay, she can feel that. But everybody have a different setting that they was raised in. I was raised in a 2-parent home with a father and a mother. I seen structure. I seen eating at the same time at the table. I seen going to church, Sunday school, choir. I seen all that. So that's how I'm raised. I'm from Richmond, California. That's all I know is structure.
Me too.
So I just know structure. When I walk down the street with you, if I was courting you or pursuing you, you wouldn't walk with the traffic. I open your door. Right. You never pay for no meals.
The men I do that. That's important to me too.
Right. But then I'm so solidified that you will see me as not a God in that sense. You like, oh, I can't let Ron get away. You will see me as a husband soon. You're like, no, who can do it better? He's doing great. And you base it on the fact of my merits and my merits and my characteristics and my morals and standards. You're gonna say, why would I let him go? Right. So I don't understand why women keep going through all these men that the women. You say, not you, this woman say she wifey material. Okay. Why you got to go through 20 men? What's the purpose?
Well, I think, so the example that you gave doesn't leave room for real life to show up.
Well, real life is real life. Because like every woman I dealt with, I always been Ron Carey.
Oh, so that's not what I mean. I mean, like real life is things like, hey, we're dating and you took a job somewhere. I had a relationship to end. The guy was amazing. He took a job somewhere else. I was not in a position to go with him. Now at this point in life, right? Like and I think we really need to reevaluate that. Not all things end bad. What I love is that.
So you met your husband before?
No.
You never met your husband?
I was married to my husband.
No, since you and that guy got divorced, you never seen your husband again. Possibility to see a guy who was the one. You never seen it?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, we're going to find him. Crystal, we're going to find him.
I'm not looking for him.
It ain't about No. I don't think women should look for nothing.
I don't.
I'm not saying you look for him, but when he comes, are you going to respect him and receive him?
So let me say this. I have been proposed to several times since I've been divorced. Several. So I think that men seeing me as wife material, I have enough social capital and social proof to say that I show up to people in that way. Again, I just not have had an interest in that level of responsibility, because being married to somebody is not just the dress and the cake. It's all the things that come with the responsibility to another person. And I just have not been at a season in my life where that's what I want to sign up for. I am not closing the door for the future version of that.
I love it. I like it. And I respect it. That's super dope. Crystal, your story is so powerful. And it really speaks to how timing and choices play such a huge role. When we come back, we're going to keep the conversation going with another Crystal Willis up next. And she in the building. Hey, Crystal.
Looking for real talk, real healing, and real growth? Head over to CoachRonC.com, your one-stop shop for all things Coach Ron C. Grab the latest Coach Ron C merch and rep the movement in style. Need some one-on-one time? Book your private session today and start your journey to clarity and confidence. Plus, stay locked into everything Coach Ron C, all in one place. CoachRonC.com, where healing meets honesty. Let's talk about it.
Looking for the perfect space for your next event? The Ortis Event Center in DeSoto, Texas is where creativity meets class. From live tapings to private parties, they bring your vision to life. Book now and make your moment unforgettable. Visit them today at ortiseventcenter.com.
Get ready to get real about love, life, and healing. Don't miss a moment of Conversations with Coach Ron C. Subscribe, like, and comment on YouTube at Conversations with Coach Ron C. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Conversations with Coach Ron C. Join the convo, speak your truth, let's grow together.
Yes, before I let Crystal get up out of here, I want to tell Crystal, thank you for the intelligent, in tune, emotional conversation. You really spoke to people who feel like you, and it's not a combative situation. It's all about a motivation situation. And I like your style. I like your energy. And now, if you don't mind, I want to give you some of my merch.
All right.
You know, of course, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
That's my
you.
corporate business, and I want to give you a rose.
Thank you.
Because you are a rose.
Thank
You're a
you.
beautiful woman. And
Thank
every
you.
woman have a different mindset and different background. I'm not challenging you. I'm just trying to elevate you, and you elevated me. And I can't wait to reach out to you tomorrow or next week and tap in.
Okay.
So I can get some money like you.
All right.
Yes, Lord. Yeah. Okay, yeah, for sure. So now guess what? Crystal Willis is stepping up. She's showing out, and her birthday coming up soon too. I gotta say, hey, happy birthday, Crystal. So you also walked through a divorce. You have one child. Let's talk about your journey, Miss Crystal. Yeah, when your marriage ended, Miss Crystal, did you feel like your husband was supposed to have stopped the marriage or help the marriage or create a platform for you to stay instead of going? Miss Crystal. And you look good today. Just
Thank
like
you.
You and my next guest, y'all look good. You're shining. You look good. I went to your social media page. I seen you before.
Thank you.
On social media. I did.
I started at the radio station. Yeah.
Okay, that's
right.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my
nice
God.
to meet you again.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yes.
You in the business.
Yeah, I've been in the business for like 20 years.
Okay.
And yes, I was married before.
Okay.
And to answer your question,
Yes, ma'am.
I walked away, and unfortunately I was in a position where I had to make a decision that was best for me, and he had kind of checked out emotionally.
Executive decision.
Yeah, and so I wanted him to fight for me, but it was a time when I really needed to own my worth and just keep walking forward in God's grace. So
you walked away. You left him.
yeah.
And you want him to fight for you. When you say that, I mean, like he showed no interest. He was all respectful. Like a lot of men maybe not attractive or not attracted to the mind, the brain, the beauty, the soul, or the antics as far as how you carry yourself in a household as a wife. Are you saying it like that? Why he didn't fight for you?
I think our power dynamic was off from the beginning. We really kind of moved quickly. A lot of my relationships have been long distance, but he was a pastor's kid and had a different example set than what I was used to with my parents. And so it was a difficult situation where I felt like emotionally he checked out, and where I was kind of overcompensating to try to get his attention. I was then being left with excuses or deception. At that point, it's like, well, damn,
Deception, that's a good word.
I'm head of household. I was really carrying us. And so it was like,
so you was the breadwinner and cooking the dinner.
On top of that, you're going to lie to me. So it was a situation where I tried to really keep his attention, but I was having a hard time because he wanted something else.
Was he a cheater and a liar and a deceiver? Manipulator, user, abuser?
I think we both went into this thing wanting to be married, wanting marriage to clean us up. And, we met, we vibrated on our faith. But there was a lot of unhealed places for both of us. So I don't want to badmouth him, but yeah, he has some demons that I couldn't fight for him. And I had my own too. I had really had a temper. I was not sure how to manage my emotions when I went into it. I was thinking I was healed, but I have a traumatic background. So I came into it really needing to work on my behavior.
That's good you speak on that, because a lot of women have a background, and in my experience, if I don't know the backstory, like I see you look good, you look fine, you look sexy today. But if you got trauma from your mama, your daddy, or however you was raised, or your past relationship, I don't see that when I first meet you. I don't see that when I court you. I don't see that when I pursue you. I don't see that when I say, hey, you the one. I don't see that when you're in my bed. I don't see that when we going out, then I say you the one. Then you show it to me after I get married. Yeah. I think it's a waste of time for men who feel like she didn't really expose herself to after the wedding. You get the ring, now you start yelling at me, screaming at me, telling me this, and your daddy this, and your mama that. I don't think that's fair. If you don't mind, speak on that for not only you, because you're your daughter, but you have a daughter. She's gonna have a birthday, correct? So maybe when you give her that nods and wisdom, say like, baby, you meet a guy and you I think he the one, but you need to tell him your story. You agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I did. I think we're in a situation where he was a white knight and he really wanted to come in and be that guy who showed up for me romantically and consistently and all of the things that I needed and wanted.
Yes, ma'am.
However, a lot of it was also, a setup, because in a relationship where it's codependent, someone is put on a pedestal. And at a certain point, you don't want to see the realness and the depth of a person. You don't want to uncover those layers, get to know your woman and really dive in with her. And at the end of the day, he saw me as perfect crystal. And I'm a woman with, a childhood, and I had dealt with a lot of that. But at the same time, if I can't go in a situation where we both can both share our flaws,
yes, ma'am,
and hold space for one another and continue to be growth minded and move towards healing, move towards our purpose together, then it's not going to work. And at a certain point, I realized I had done all the work that I could do.
But Ms. Crystal, this is today. Was you on that level when you got, I guess, 10 years ago?
On what level exactly? As
far as your mental capacity to understand and to break down the fact that your flaws and his flaws created a demise for the relationship. Because I guess with what I'm saying is with age come wisdom.
Yeah.
So was you that in tune then when you met him? And if you were, why'd you choose to be with him?
So I was that intended. I was intentional about being with him.
You was that
forever,
intentional, but were you in tune was the question.
I was in tune with, I felt like what he needed, but he was not in tune with what I needed.
Then why'd you sacrifice all that time and energy to do that and create a child with him?
No, I had a child much younger.
Okay.
And,
Yes, ma'am. And he came along with you, had a child, and he still was solid and married you.
Yeah, I gave my daughter up for adoption when she was very young.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had a story.
You talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, I had a story.
Who need to hear this. Yes,
I had a story, and like every woman,
feel free to share it.
We all go through things. And for me, I was young, but I was also accomplished, and I had a stable career, and I had fought for everything that I had. I'd been independent since I was 17.
Yes, ma'am.
But I also had been raised in a household with two parents.
Yes, ma'am.
Who've been married 40 years.
Love
and
it.
So I was in a situation where I believed in integrity and honesty and all the things that I think a marriage should be, right? If a man's the head and the woman's the backbone, great. But does she have to be the arms, the legs, the feet, and do everything? Or can that man get up off
Talk.
So at a certain point, it's like, why am I going through all this and paying all the bills? And okay, you know what?
I tell women, you deal with a lane with games, you don't get games.
That's
But
what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying.
Lane with games.
So you guys know a little bit about my background,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
it's like
So you've been giving.
That led me into a situation where I was always either the victim or overgiving, not having healthy boundaries, not taking my time in relationships. And 7 months from the time I met him, we were married. 7 months, long distance. And he was living with his mama. So it's Ron, hear me out. Because I know you mad at me. And a lot of women, look, you can feel me. No more projects, right? No, but for real.
So you were trying to build him in.
In all honesty, I was trying to hold space for his dreams.
You ever heard this statement?
Yeah.
A woman would try to change a man when she can't change her tire.
Right. And listen.
Can you change your tire?
I was taught to change tires.
Can you change your oil?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe you can change a man.
My daddy was different.
I'm tired.
He's a Marine. He taught me a lot.
Okay.
He taught me how to bait a hook and all that.
Okay, you know how to fish.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, we're gonna find. Your husband is watching.
It's okay.
You can cook. You can clean.
He's been watching.
I'm just. But I mean, I don't like this last guest we had, Crystal Perry. She was great. I don't want to harp on the past too much. I want to harp on the future.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you think, like today, balancing, being single and being vibrant, being sexy as you are, and being a breadwinner, how do you balance dating today?
Yeah.
Being over 30 with one child and single, how do you balance that?
Yeah, so I'm over 40.
Okay, you over 40. Okay.
I'm a grandmother.
I thought you was 30.
Yeah, actually. But so, what I learned from that experience was that I really haven't fully valued myself well, or learned to set boundaries, and kind of held out for the right guy. I just wanted to be loved, right? So I had to work on that part.
Yes, ma'am. Keep it real.
And I feel like up until recently, the last year or so of my life, I've made a lot of concessions just to have someone choose me. But now I'm in a position where I want what God has for me. I want to serve, but only if it's right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody who's going to take. It needs to be a symbiotic thing, because I deserve a man who's going to invest in me and lead. And you know what I mean?
I believe reciprocity is a must, right?
Yeah.
So you do this, I do that. I do this, you do that. Because I don't need you for your money. I need you for some men that's established don't need a woman for money. They don't need, but I need things from you. And I shouldn't have to explain what I need. You should be in tune enough with me to see what I need.
There's a lot of women that haven't gotten to experience a man stepping up in that way.
Yes, ma'am.
It's unfortunate that we have a loneliness epidemic. We have a lot of real educated, beautiful women.
You're talking good.
Thank you, Lord, like myself.
Yes, ma'am.
But at the end of the day, we need somebody who's just going to step up, keep his word, show up. We got to get past the 5th date. Come on now.
I think the honest man with transparency and honesty, who's vulnerable, who can tell you what he want, what he like in real time, is a man who's not really seen to a lot of women, because he can scare women off too. Because if I say, I like you, I need you, I want you, and that could be physical. So we get past that point. Now I need you to do this and do this and do this. Then and I say it's cool. If I tell you that every week, you're not the one. That's my opinion.
No, she's got to listen to what you need.
Say it again.
She's got to listen to what you need, and vice versa. A woman like me who takes care of herself and has since she was 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't want to have to ask for anything. Yes, but a man who sees a need or a reason to invest in the potential or even the passions of that woman is going to just step up.
Yes,
that's the way I saw my father move with my mom. So it's she needs something. Okay, well, look, throw it in the cart. You need some new shoes. Okay, put them in the bag.
Right.
She shouldn't have to ask or beg.
Yeah, I don't think no woman need to ask nothing from her. I stress head and neck. So, and I know a lot of women confused about that concept. I'm not saying I run you, but I'm saying you run me, because the neck controls me. Right. So it's it
helps steer your direction.
Yeah, because you can tell me
absolutely.
We need to go to Seattle. We leaving Dallas, going to Seattle. There's opportunities out there. And you turn my head that way to the west. And I'm like, okay.
Because she can hear from God in a different way.
Yes.
She can hear from Spirit
because
in a
with
different way.
you, I get favored. So I think my personal opinion, and to my viewers and to you, God favors women and children. So when I do right by the children, I do right by the women. I have favor.
That's right.
You've been great. Before we leave, can you tell me, just tell one young girl out there something positive that you can help them or maybe hurt their feelings, but say, hey, I was 16 or 17 out there and I was pregnant. You know, maybe you should take another route. If you don't mind, Miss Chris, and you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. No, I feel like that girl needs to hear that she's valuable and loved, and that setting boundaries doesn't make you too much. It doesn't make you difficult, right? And in terms of dealing with relationships, like, just know that you don't have to just go with the first person that shows you attention or gives you their time or whatever. Like, go with the person who really shows up when it matters, who really puts their effort and energy into making you a part of their life and creating a vision with you that they follow through on. So at the end of the day, you're capable of anything you decide to do on your own. So I think Coach Ron's got something he wants to say.
Hey, back again, better than ever. Hey, it's been a beautiful night. I got 3 beautiful women out there, so I'm kind of nervous, y'all, but I'm still back and I'm better than ever. Hey, this podcast business has been a great venture for me. I got a special announcement tonight. Not tonight. I got to talk to Miss Shani, but maybe next week I'm going to announce something beautiful. But you've been great. You've been vibrant. I'm going to start following you. I want to start watching your movement. I seen you, Shani, send me your page. I seen you before. I don't know why I seen you, but I remember you. I seen you like in the pool with your orange bathing suit, doing your thing. I love it.
Summertime.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. So we got to connect. Like, I'm a real businessman beside the podcast. You know, I'm really like, I'm him. Mm-hmm. So you get me on my ground level.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So if you don't mind, I want to give you a shirt. You know what I'm saying? A shirt.
Yeah.
I got a card with my information on. You can start following me
great.
on YouTube. And I want to give you a rose because you're more than a rose. But I'm gonna give you this one rose.
Okay, Coach.
Thank you so much. And you ain't gotta leave. You can stay. You got people with you. Got a guest with you too. This your people.
What's my people?
Okay, well, yeah, y'all can stay because the other lady had to leave, but y'all can stay. We're gonna bring somebody else up. But you've been great.
Thank
I love
you.
your teeth. I love your hair. I love it.
I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm in birthday mode. My birthday is this week. So.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got it. You got it. What day is it?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Virgo season, baby.
They say them Virgos something different. Them Virgos different.
All right.
Them Virgos different.
That's
I know about them Virgos.
Okay.
Yeah, they different. Okay.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, them Virgos. I know about them Virgos. I got something to say good and bad about them Virgos.
But no, I don't feel like I missed out on my husband. I feel like we had a good experience and the right one for me is going to show up. So.
In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Lord. Amen. He coming. You can touch me.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Touch and agree. Hey.
Krista, I love how you're keeping the faith alive. That right connection can still come at the right time. When we come back, we're going to get into a whole different situation. A woman who's never been married. A woman who has no kids. Yes. And then I'm going to tap into, I got a letter. What's this? I got something from my screen. I got a comment from Jamie Lynn asked me, hold on, you know, I still got Miss Crystal on set. I'm gonna let Crystal read. I mean, you read that.
I love it.
You read that, then I'm gonna answer. What they say?
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, what they say?
All right. Jamie Lynn writes in and asks, Ron Carey.
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't you date Ashanti at one point? What? That's some tea. Okay. How did you eventually getting married to Nelly? She looks like she is not happy on that reality show.
Okay. I couldn't even read the writing because Shani gave it to me, but okay.
How did she get married to Nelly? I don't know.
I don't. What the
did
question?
You date Ashanti?
I have a few friends, but she's saying, "What's the question?"
I have a few friends.
What's the question?
She looks like she's not happy on that reality show. So how do you think?
Hey, well, you know.
How did you deal with her eventually getting married to Nelly?
Oh.
You know, I deal with everything yesterday as if it's yesterday. Just like you dealt with your husband yesterday. So anything from the past is the past. Mm-hmm. I keep it moving, keep it pushing.
Gotcha.
Right. So for this person right here, what's her name? Jamie Lynn. Hey, Jamie Lynn, I want you to like and subscribe to my show. Go to my website at www.coachronc.com and get some merch. And then you can send some to Ashanti. Yes.
Tap in.
Looking for real talk, real healing, and real growth? Head over to CoachRonC.com, your one-stop shop for all things Coach Ron C. Grab the latest Coach Ron C merch and rep the movement in style. Need some one-on-one time? Book your private session today and start your journey to clarity and confidence. Plus, stay locked into everything Coach Ron C, all in one place. CoachRonC.com, where healing meets honesty. Let's talk about it.
Shout out to America's best self-publishing assistant firm. Be published. Be you. Be true. Be about it. Be published. Ready to tell your story? Visit bepublished.org and get started today.
Get ready to get real about love, life, and healing. Don't miss a moment of Conversations with Coach Ron C. Subscribe, like, and comment on YouTube at Conversations with Coach Ron C. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Conversations with Coach Ron C. Join the convo, speak your truth. Let's grow together.
Yes. Welcome back to Conversation with Coach Ron C. Today I got Kanesha, 35 years old, never married, no children. Kanesha is joining us. Yes. Kanesha, I want to ask you a simple question. And I want to ask you something so prolific. And I just want you to respond in your own way. And you look, the Cowboys, hey, we lost Michael Parsons. Lord Jesus, I hate that. You know, I hate that. And the boots is hitting. I asked you, can I borrow your boot? You said no. I hate that. I think I can fit them.
Well, but nobody likes the Cowboys because they win. It's the franchise. It's the branding.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not.
That's a different
We're not counting on
the
Super Bowl at this point. I'm so sorry to say.
Okay. Okay. So,
my prolific question. Sorry.
Yes. Kanesha, thank you for being so honest. Thank you for being so honest with everything that you got going on. But my question for you today is, you're 35.
Mm-hmm.
No, you 35 and fine, looking good. You intelligent, skin glowing, hair popping.
Oh my gosh.
Everything looks great as far as the physicality.
Yes, sir.
You're not married. You have no kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you had pursuers that maybe was playing games. They was lanes with games. What's your perspective on marriage? And were you raised to be a wife? Do you want to be a wife? Do you ever want to have kids? And is it the men's fault or is it your fault?
Okay. So, in my opinion, marriage is a biblical institution.
I love it. I'll talk getting deep.
God designed marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why it's like so hard to work out is because the world has also presented us with a knockoff version that's, full of ego and pride and, the status of it all.
Knockoff version. That was good.
For me, entering into a marriage is going to be not what I can get, but what I can give. And I feel like if a lot more people really tap into that, then I won't even talk about people. I feel like if I have the privilege of being entered into that space with someone who also has that desire, right, to see how they can serve, servant heart, then that's when I'll be married.
It's strange. It's not strange to say that, but it's rare that you say that because a lot of people go into a situation saying, what do I get? You're saying, what can I present to him? Exactly. And I think that's why probably God got you saved because you 35, in a sense of you're not damaged goods in the sense of you 85 looking for a husband and you have to run through all these people. You 35, I respect that fact that you're saying, what can I get? Because if I'm pursuing a woman, I'm trying to see how can I uplift her life, not deflate her life. How can I elevate her, not deflate her? How can I motivate her, not, make her feel less encouraged? Because if I can't help, what's the challenge? And I need to be challenged. It's like, okay, I met you, I like you, but your diet is bad. Let me fix your diet. Not fix you, but help you elevate your diet. Right. Okay, you don't believe in working out. Let me help you work out. You don't believe in financial stability. Let me show you my side because I'm attracted to you. I want you. I like you in a wife situation, but maybe you have some flaws or some indiscretions. And if I can't uplift you and help you, why would you be interested in me? Because you would be more into me the more I teach you. because I'm the head, you the neck. Do you agree or not?
I do agree. I don't. It kind of sounds like project though. You're like
But it's not
veering
a
into project.
I'm gonna let you speak too.
Okay.
It's not a project.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a project. But I'm in the West, you in the East. We have two different lifestyles, right?
Okay.
How you were raised is different.
For
so
sure.
I show you me and you show me you. You tap into what you like about me and I tap into what I like about you. You're never a project. If I choose you, you're the one. But I want to get that clear.
Okay.
So go ahead and speak. I'm talking about the man for you. He don't look at you like you're a project. He looks like you finna be you the one.
Right.
Because when a man leave his mom, he cleave to his wife.
For sure.
Right. So I was on my mama titty sucking her milk. Right. And now she's gone. Right. Okay. Not gone in the sense of like she's dead, but she's not no more. So now I'm just keeping it real.
Yes.
So now your tatas become my milk, bread, and butter.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm childish.
No. You cool. I'm just saying that's how life is though. When a man, it's biblical.
Yes.
When a man leaves his woman, he leaves his mom, he comes to his woman. So now you become indirectly my nurturer. So I become the provider and the protector. I make you feel safe. It's multitudes of women that reach out to me on social media like, every time I take a shower, Coach Ron, I hear noises. What's that? Yes, I don't. They weren't breaking in before the shower. They ain't breaking in after the shower. That's your conscience. But go back to what you were saying.
I just wanted to answer the rest of the question. So I did grow up in 2-parent household.
Yes, ma'am.
I wouldn't say that I was like trained to be a wife. Actually, I was in my late 20s before I even was like, maybe that would be like a good way to go.
Yes, ma'am.
But I do desire marriage and I do desire a family, and I think that was the whole question.
Yes, but you were tapping in something else and I lost it. I'm sorry, but you about to get deep with me and I cut you off, and I totally apologize. What I'm saying is though, like so many times in life, somebody like you, or like a lot of women, waste a lot of time with lanes with games, and they get physical because men are physical beings. So I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you, but I'm not good for you. You already sized me up, and you still waste your time with me. So you waste 2 years with Ron Carey, who I don't look at you like a wife, but I don't look at you like a wife. But you're like, maybe I can change him. Maybe he just do something different. And he'll be the one. Why do so many women at your age and younger waste so much time with 2s and 3s when they ain't the one?
Yeah. If I spoke candidly, I would say...
You always speak candidly on Coach Ron C. Conversation with Coach Ron C. Sunday nights at 9:22 p.m. Sister, please speak candidly. We picked you for a reason, not a season.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I would say, though, that it's something, or it's like if I know the man is not serious, I'm not serious, neither one of us are serious, then that's easy. It's easy. It's an easy way to feel companionship without the commitment. There's no accountability for me in that. I don't have to do the wifely things or I'm not building up to be his wife. It's just, fun or temporary or, but I feel in that space, we care about each other. If I have a flat tire, he'll come help. It's convenient, but it's not companionship, and it is a waste of time, and a lot of us do it. I mean,
so wasted time and energy is not recoupable, correct?
No.
So why we do it?
Because actually waiting for the right one could be scary. We could feel like it'll take too long.
So in the meantime, we deal with deal with whatever. And then you think when you deal with whatever, so the right one name is John, but you're dealing with Bobby, Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike, correct?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then when John come through, you still dealing with Ronnie, and John keep going because you still dealing with Ronnie. So then Ronnie, who wasn't the right one, correct? You already knew went into it. He wasn't the right one.
Right.
He'll change your tire. You kicking it with him. You playing with him. He playing with you. Then you miss your blessing.
Right. No, I think about that a lot. What if,
You meet the one today, but you're still playing with the second one from yesterday.
No, in fact.
And he getting all the cookies, he getting all the goodies, he eating all the strawberries and the ice cream and all the ice cream and everything. He got you. I'm being blank. Because guess what? These men ain't changing no tires for free.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it real.
Okay.
So now not you, but per se, you kind of tainted to that. Because I feel like, and we can talk about this real quick, and if you don't mind, because you're really honest, and I love the fact that you kind of shy, but like I feel like every man that you've been with is still tied to you. I feel like any woman who's been with one man or 10 men or 20 men, she is still tied to him some kind of way, because soul ties are real.
Yeah.
So then I come see you, and I see you as like she the one, but you're still tied to this tainted situation, and those spirits are in you. And I feel like something is wrong about it. Something wrong about it. I don't need to know your body count that you've been with last week or last year, but sometimes your past holds you back from getting your future.
Absolutely. So
and speak on that for the people.
Yeah. So this just goes back to, marriage being biblical, or just like we as humans living our lives like surrendered to God's will. Because this is the difference, right? All this time I've been, I guess, living my life to, find a husband and have a family and all this. Well, not fine, but but I've been doing this my way.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's like now, since like early 30s, I've been really getting to the acceptance phase of surrendering all of this, right? The topic of this podcast is, do I feel like I miss out on my husband?
Yes, ma'am.
Honestly, I'm not worried about that anymore. I have surrendered it to the Lord, and his will for my life is better than any plans I could even devise.
Yes,
so
ma'am. Preach.
I'm just gonna let the Lord do his work and work on my heart, right? Because another part of that is me becoming a wife, right? The Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing.
Great thing.
But that means I was a wife when he found me. Right. I didn't become a wife when he proposed. Never. Or when
you was already a wife.
We got to the altar or we got pregnant. No,
he
I was already. He didn't make you a wife.
You was a wife before he even seen you.
Exactly. Yes, so ma'am. That's what me and the Lord are working on now. And I guess a lot of people could even feel like regret, like, dang, I wish I would have been on this like 10 years ago. But honestly, you wouldn't have been. It takes like the trials and tribulations to get to where you're meant to be as far as mindset. Because I would say 10 years ago, there was nothing in my mindset aligned or on track with being a wife. If I'm just 20s, honest.
You weren't thinking about being a wife?
No, no, not at all.
I love your transparency and honesty.
Yeah.
And that's good because it's people that you're mentoring right now, you don't even know, be it 1 or 20 million. They're not on track to be a wife right now too. But then sometimes we think, men and women think it's all fun and games. Like, I'm going to live forever. I'm going to do this, whatever. Then you go 25, 35, 45, 55, and 65. You're like, dang, what's going on? And then for women, what happens is they have a kid by a lane with games or a deadbeat. Then they have to deal with the fact that they had a kid. They procreated with a person they didn't really like. Now they got these kids. These kids have similarities to the father. Or the women who don't have kids feel like they're the third wheel. Or the women who don't have kids or a possibility to be with a wife, be with a husband, they bitter. Or they, and they talk to their family members are like, you don't need a man. Men ain't nothing. Or then you have a whole different demographic where women dab into liking women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just keeping it honest and real, but it's all about you. And what you said today was probably like the best advice is like, you got to look at God. Don't look at men.
Yeah. If I could, I remember being like in college or like leaving college, and there was this Twitter hashtag and it was like, get a girlfriend or shut the fuck up. And that's like, just distributed throughout everything now. It's like people really took that advice to heart. So
yeah, and they sticking to their code, and that's what society is. Because we go in any local club in Dallas, Chicago, LA. We're in Dallas right now. Wherever we go, it's gonna be that same concept. But with you at 35, no kids, no husband, what advice do you have for a girl who's 15, 20, 25? Because this era right now, people are out here.
Okay.
And not in the sense of like they doing bad, but like you got 15-year-old girls who saying, I want to get married. You got 20-year-old girls in college saying, I want to get married. You got 25-year-old girls saying, I want a husband. Or you got 30-year-old girls saying, I don't need a man. I'm independent. I'm masculine. I'm the man and a woman. Just give them some perspective because you biblical and I love it. Just give them however you feel. Just be raw and uncut.
Okay. If I could, the prompt card said, a message to women who fear they missed the chance at marriage.
Yes, ma'am.
But I could like swing both. Let me improv a little. So the first thing I'm going to say is that the Bible tells us that the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but of peace and love and sound mind. So anything we're pursuing in our lives out of fear or scarcity or lack, the outcome is not going to be what we want from that energy. But as far as getting married, wanting to be married, when I meet a man, what I ask myself is, do I respect him? Because men don't need love. We need love. The Lord said this. This is the Bible.
You talking real.
You know, husbands or wives, respect your husbands. Husbands, love your wives.
You know, my favorite two things about I don't want to cut you off. Okay, I shouldn't. Like, I like respect and somebody gonna listen to me. But go ahead, because you saying good stuff. And I don't even know you. I just met you, an hour ago. But keep talking.
But yeah, so do I respect him? And it took a period of me just like reflecting on like the relationships that I really at the time had wanted in my life. Like, dang, why didn't this work out? What did I do wrong? Like that. But I didn't respect him, but he wasn't respectable. So then, but that still falls back on me because I could see he wasn't respectable and I still went along with it. Yeah. So that respect piece is like, when we talk about men, that's like more important to them than all the other emotions.
Yes, ma'am.
And then
take your time.
Sorry.
No, you prophesizing. You teaching. You teaching. Go ahead and teach.
Oh, and then I'm gonna say seek wise counsel. I feel like a lot of us women, we listen to the people that are closest to us. But I mean, culture says only God can judge me. But the Bible says that we are supposed to judge what we see in other people. And it's not like judging, like condemning. It's not our job to make anybody feel bad about any decisions that they've made. But if I want my life to be a certain way and I'm in, community with another person whose life doesn't look like that, then it's only so much of what you say that I can actually take to heart and implement in my own life. So seek wise counsel and make sure you respect that man before you move forward. If it's no respect, it's not no point.
You got all the answers.
No, I don't. No. That was in here too. I'm not here to give advice. I don't have any advice.
No.
This is what I am doing right now.
No, and that's great. I'm not saying you have all the answers because I'm not gonna put you up here. Definitely gonna not put you down here. You right here. Every person I meet is equal to me.
Okay.
But you have the right mindset and you have the right verbiage. You know how to articulate it. But it's what we need to do is tell the people, the young girls that's not here with me and you, that's 15, 20, 25, to have that same energy when they meet that person. Because every man that see you don't really want you, like you, need you.
Right.
It just you're a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You've been great. And you gave me a different perspective. It was deep. I'm gonna watch this show whenever my team get it ready and edit it. I'm gonna go back and watch this. And guess what? I got something for you, Miss Kanesha. And I don't know if I got your right size. I don't know. You wear a small or medium. I don't know, but you probably
make it work. I can make it work.
Oh no, I got you. Yeah. So I got small and medium, but I got a shirt for you. just for the time to spend with me. This
Thank
is my
you.
brand, Coach Ron C. I got information on what I do and what I sell and not what I sell. My brand, like I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. I'm about to do some other stuff that's gonna be real positive. I just want to give you a card. I want to give you a rose just because not only that you look good, and all the women tonight look good. You look good. I love the boots. If you don't mind if I give you a rose, just let you know you appreciate it. I think you're beautiful. I think you got a good soul. I think you got a good heart. Just want to thank you for coming to the Conversations with Coach Ron C show, exposing yourself, telling your truth, and maybe your old boyfriends who gonna see this might get mad and start calling you. So you know what I'm saying? And be like, hey, I want action. Why you sitting up here with this dude? But that's how men do. We come, we do a turnaround sometimes. Yeah. But you're a great woman. I appreciate you.
You got a roadblock. Everybody can't spin the block. Set up them roadblocks.
Say it again.
Them tire spikes. Yeah.
For sure. So we're gonna I'm gonna wrap this up with Miss Kanesha. And I thank you for being a Kanesha. Your story, your perspective is refreshing. How you put God in it and you use biblical verses has been intriguing to me. I respect it. And I'm articulating in a sense like I know good people and I know bad people and I can deal with all of them. I can deal with the negative and the positive, but you're very positive. And I'm saying this raw and uncut. I don't get paid to lie. If I did, I'll be rich because I can lie every day, right? I don't get paid to lie, so I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Guess what I got coming up next? I got the letter of the day coming up next. And Shani Scott is going to step on a stage and read the letter of the day about a woman who might be going through her trials and tribulations. Coach Ron C, Conversations with Coach Ron C, where you can buy merchandise at www.coachronc.com, where you can tap in and follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook at Ron Carey. Yes. And thank you for tuning in, but don't go nowhere. My favorite part of the show is the letter of the day, where we get feedback from a woman, not the woman talking about, what was that lady talking about that? Shani, Ashanti, whatever. We talking about real life stuff. We ain't got no drama for the mama stuff. So we're going to cut out. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Looking for real talk, real healing, and real growth? Head over to CoachRonC.com, your one-stop shop for all things Coach Ron C. Grab the latest Coach Ron C merch and rep the movement in style. Need some one-on-one time? Book your private session today and start your journey to clarity and confidence. Plus, stay locked into everything Coach Ron C, all in one place. CoachRonC.com, where healing meets honesty. Let's talk about it.
Looking for the perfect space for your next event? The Ortis Event Center in DeSoto, Texas is where creativity meets class. From live tapings to private parties, they bring your vision to life. Book now and make your moment unforgettable. Visit them today at ortiseventcenter.com.
Get ready to get real about love, life, and healing. Don't miss a moment of Conversations with Coach Ron C. Subscribe, like, and comment on YouTube at Conversations with Coach Ron C. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Conversations with Coach Ron C. Join the convo, speak your truth. Let's grow together.
Yes. Every week I read a letter from one of our listeners. And today, Shani Scott is here to help me break it down. Shani, what's the letter today, Shani? And you're looking nice, Shani. I like the earth tones, the brown and the white.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Can we get her shoes?
My shoes?
They hit. You look good.
You see the shoes?
Bling, bling. Thank you, Miss. It's great to be in your presence. And thank you. Hey, we got a hot letter today, right?
Yeah, we do. So, dear Coach Ron,
yes, ma'am.
I need advice. I'm a 42-year-old woman, never married. And lately, I can't shake this feeling that I may have let my soulmate slip away. Years ago, I was in a relationship with a man who truly loved me. He wanted us to build a life together. But at the time, I was so focused on my career and proving myself that I kept pushing him away. I told myself that marriage could wait, that there would always be time later. Looking back, I realized fear and pride also played a role. I was afraid of losing my independence and maybe too proud to admit I needed someone. Eventually, he moved on. Now he's married with kids. I see him on social media sometimes, and it makes me wonder if that was the man God sent for me, and I just didn't see it. Coach, I keep asking myself that I missed my chance at love, or is it possible that if he wasn't the one, there's still someone out there for me? I don't want to spend the rest of my life looking back at what ifs. What do you think? Did I miss out on my husband? Signed, confused, but hopeful.
Yeah, that was deep, and that was
Yeah.
It's sad and beautiful, Shani, because I don't think we miss out on nothing. I think that personally, as long as I'm breathing, I'm achieving opportunity to be great, right? When you 42 and you're going through your trials and tribulations of life, and at 42, a woman, society, her mama, her auntie, and them saying like you're a failure. Because I don't care. Like I know our circle be the worst ones. They be like, why you ain't married? Why you can't attract nobody?
Yeah.
Because you cute, you fine, you sexy, you got this degree, you make this amount of money, you got this car, whatever. Like, why the men ain't wifing you up?
Right.
Right? That's the question, right?
It just be off your age, though. It ain't even got nothing to do with all that.
Say it again?
Stuff. It be off your age, too. Just,
you're
this age.
So when a woman's 22, they like live your life.
Yeah.
When she's 42.
Oh, when you see 29.
Okay, so
we got from the time we graduate to about 25.
Okay.
And at that point is when you go get married, when you gonna have some kids.
I respect it. I understand it. And I understand it from the concept of how society is or how family structure is. I'm not saying she cooked. I'm not saying she mildew. But when you get 42, when you get personal opinion, and you can beg the difference, you get 32, 42, don't have no kids. Then when you get 52, the pickings are slim. That's how I look at it. Because the men want less baggage, less drama, less stress, less issues. So they feel like younger is better. This is how black, white, brown, red, and yellow men think. But the 42-year-old woman, she is still great. I'm not saying she done, but read the last part, Shani, please, if you don't mind, man.
Coach, I keep asking myself that part. Coach, I keep asking myself, did I miss out on my chance at love? Or is it possible that he wasn't the one? There's still someone out there for me?
It's still someone out there for you, sis. You didn't miss out on love. As long as you're breathing, you have the opportunity to achieve something successful, sis. Never limit yourself. Never limit yourself as far as finances, romances, stability, spirituality, physicality. Never limit yourself. Any woman listen to this. Never limit yourself to all those things. You are great within yourself. And when you tap into your greatness, you'll be a better woman for whoever God send you. Too many women, Shani, in my opinion, and you can beg to differ, are looking at what they like, need, and want, not what God like, need, and want for them. And please speak on that.
Well, this is what I noticed being dealing with men at I guess 40 and over.
Yes, ma'am.
You hear, well, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, or I haven't completed this, or I got to do this, or somewhere you fell off. So it gets to this thing where it seems like people have to be fake to be real. So, the money issue, most women don't really care about money. Most women don't. What we see on social media, what we see on the reality shows, is that. But if you got like a real sample of women, we don't care about money. Especially at 40 or over. Yeah, yes, you need to be able to take care of yourself. You need to be able to provide for yourself. I don't want to take care of somebody. I don't want to have them come on and they're a liability. And I don't want to be a liability to somebody, but we don't care about money. We care about time. We care about effort. We care about commitment. We care about loyalty. We want to go on trips. We want to live. Like, we don't, all that stuff that comes up on Instagram of he got to make this much money, or me, or even like when men are talking to men, you should be giving her this. I don't want that. That's not what we want. It's real simple.
You're talking real great. And there's many women out there right now listening to you. And I respect your opinion. I appreciate your opinion. And it's valid. And you got different strokes for different folks. Right? And before we go, I want to thank you for just being a profound speaker, educator, motivator, inspirator, on the Conversation with Coach Ron C. Me and you are in business. We're doing other great things. We got some big announcements coming. We talk?
You can talk about it.
I'm gonna talk about your book real quick before we go.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that too. We can definitely talk about that. Where's my camera? Right there. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Go ahead, talk about it. So you got a book coming out, and I know you've been through some things in your life. This is your second book, and on Conversation with Coach Ron C, we talking about Shani Scott new book. Where can they tell me about the book a little bit, if you don't mind, and tell me where they can buy the book?
So the name of the second book is Shani, How Did You Do It? And and I put a manual in the back of it.
Ma'am.
So I came up with Shani, How Did You Do It? Because over the last 10 years, that's a question that everybody would always ask me.
Ma'am.
People that knew what I was going through, because it is mind-boggling and people don't understand it. So when they find out I had all these health issues, the first thing that everybody asked me is, oh, do you have high blood pressure? Oh, do you have diabetes? Do you have this? And I don't have any of that.
And going through that, you were single?
Well, when I had my stroke, I had a stroke in 2010. May 2nd, 2010,
Lord
to be exact.
Keep it real.
Which was 5 days after I gave birth to my baby girl.
Oh my God.
So it was a hemorrhagic stroke. So what that means is I was bleeding on the brain. So they say in delivery, I pushed too hard and busted a blood vessel because it was some complications.
So birthing your youngest baby, you almost died.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Keep it real. Keep talking.
And so
somebody need this.
And with that, they had to put me in a. I was in a coma for 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. When
I came to, I didn't have any sight. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I couldn't identify things. Nothing. So it was a long road of rehab. But I was determined because I had my baby girl, and then my other baby was only 15 months.
And we got to mention that the baby girl's here now, but keep talking.
Yes, Tamron is here.
And she looking
in
good.
all of her glory.
Tam looking good. She don't want to get on camera. Hey, Miss Tam, go ahead. Keep talking.
But so with that, we're having to, that was a process, learning how to walk, talk, read, write. My oldest taught me my ABCs again. She was only 1.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I had just taught her, and then she had to teach me. Because just being able to identify things, that this is a cup, that those are flowers.
Yes,
I might say, oh, that's a horse sitting on, sitting right here.
You was totally off balance.
Yeah, off. So we went through rehab, got it together. I was determined because I was like, the wheelchair not coming to my house. I'm going to play with my kids. We're going to run around. I'm not going to be rolling around playing with them. And then after that, a divorce came.
Okay.
And then there were some other medical issues that came. So on air, I ended up having some heart problems, which ended up being from stress and working too much. Not being able to say, okay, it's time to stop.
Then, I didn't know you then, so it kind of touched me a little different way because I don't want to get dramatic. I don't want to shed a tear. That was a traumatic time. So in this book, you talk about not only that, but you talk about another episode that happened, right? Because I know you had another scare.
I talk about the thing on air, the breast cancer diagnosis a year later. Let's talk about
that real quick because we got a lot of stuff going on with breast cancer, and we pro women on this show, Shani. And you are my other piece that helps me relate to women in that sense. So you had a breast cancer scare, correct?
Well, I got diagnosed with breast cancer, so it wasn't just a scare.
You got divorced, you got 2 kids, now you got breast cancer.
Yes.
Talk about it.
So that was interesting, and it was crazy at that time.
Oh my.
But we got through it.
Yes,
we got through it. I didn't do chemo or radiation.
Yes, ma'am.
I was I really can't talk about what the actual diagnosis is because I wouldn't accept it.
This whatever you feel comfortable about, because right now we help people.
What I'm saying is I wouldn't listen to the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
I never accepted what they were saying to me. So when people say, well, what type of breast cancer did you have? Because it's like there's different kinds, not just different stages, different kinds. But real quick, just so you know, most of the time when you test, when you check yourself, you check on the sides.
Okay.
Because it might be a lump here or a lump there. Okay, mine wasn't there. It was up here. It was on top. And it was like a little bitty, it felt like a frozen pea. It was real small. And so, they were like, well, how did you find it? And I'm like, well, I can feel it. I feel it right there. So it was just, it was a bad time. I was upset for about a year.
I wasn't there. I'm set for you. So we deal with this, we deal with that. Now let's get to the book, if you don't mind, because I want to get the people engaged to hear the story, because we can't sell it all right now. I need y'all to buy the book, because she said she'll give me a couple $1,000 if I sell the book. So let's keep it going. So let's get to the other part, the end of the book.
That's how the book came about.
Yes, ma'am. And buy the book, because I get paid off the book. If you like me, support me.
Because they didn't understand how I kept going. So anytime I had a setback, I jumped right back up and I'm in it. I got 2 girls. They're active. I've always kept them active in different things. I'm active. I participate in a lot of different things. I did a whole lot more community service at the time than what I do now. And, other women was just like, I don't see how you do it all by yourself. How do you do this every day? And to me, I'm like, well, you don't do it. This what you're supposed to do. To you. Yeah, this is what we gotta do. Yeah. So I answered that question.
Yes, ma'am.
How do I do it? But it took me a minute to figure out how do I do it. And I had to go through some situations with human beings, not necessarily romantic, not just all personal, some work experiences dealing with human beings that helped me realize, oh, this is how I deal with that. Because that's the other thing, I'm not very reactive.
This is Conversation Coach Ron C. after the show 2.0. I know we've been running a long time, but this is the most important part where we try to help people. So Shani, tell me, when you went through that, and you went through this, and you went through that, and today, how do you feel? What words, advice, please, that you can give a young girl who ain't never had a breast exam, who never had a check, went to a doctor to get the gynecologist. I'm talking about the little girl right now who don't know how important it is to make sure your health is right. If your mama, your daddy ain't ever taught you this, because you just happen to check it, I'm assuming, right? You checked it, you went to the breast cancer place.
Well, a lady, Becky, she was one of my listeners in Tyler. She got diagnosed maybe 6 months before me, and she came to my remote at BMW Tyler, and we had just got back from Las Vegas from Steve Harvey's event, and her and her sister.
Shout out Steve Harvey, we working with you.
And so she came to my remote, and she came to tell me that she had got diagnosed with breast cancer, and it tore me up, because this is one of my best listeners ever. She supported everything, did so much.
So from a listener, you got encouraged.
Yeah, and I asked her at the remote. I said, "Well, how did they find it?" And she said, well, it's over here, it's still there. And I asked her, well, can I touch it? Can I see what it feels? Because they tell you that, you got to look for a lump, but you don't know what a lump is. In women's breasts are different. Some are denser than others. So it's a lot of stuff, going on there. You don't know. And so when she let me feel what it felt like, it felt like a walnut. So I knew I didn't have that, but just looking. So if you are concerned about breast cancer, usually they say, for me, I know I had to start getting mammograms in my 20s just because of family history and some other things that were going on. So mammograms are much easier now. Back then, you get a mammogram, it felt like you raised your garage door up, laid down on the ground, and pulled your breast out and slammed it down. Now they're a lot more easier than what they were.
Talk to the
in the past. So it's important to go and be checked. But at the same time, you have to be in tune with your body.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you can't, and I know the doctor's going to get mad about this, but you just can't take all the advice that they say. Like I said, I beat cancer without chemo or radiation.
Right.
I went all the way to the Bahamas.
This is all in the book, people. I've been privy to hear about the book. She said she's going to sell me the book. I'm supposed to get the first copy, but I seen on social media where somebody got the first copy.
Somebody got it last night.
I'm really upset about that, but I'm going to buy the book and read it. We're not going to put it all out there right now on the show. But Shani, what else you got going on besides the book? Because we're going to sell the book. We're going to push the book.
Yeah, go to Amazon.
Where?
Go to Amazon, type in Shani Scott. Actually, go to my Instagram page. It's Shani Scott on air, and click the link in my bio.
So we can buy the book on your Instagram and what?
Shani Scott on air.
Okay. And what else you got going on? You want to speak on anything else before we get out of it? Because we kept y'all.
Oh, so you putting it on me?
No, but guess what?
You putting it all on me.
Guess what?
Even though he was trying to let it out. He was about to let the cat out the bag.
No. We're gonna
because it happens Tuesday, so they gotta know.
Okay.
We live.
Okay, we
Go
live.
on, Ron. Go, Coach Ron.
Well, you know, from my she
Come
talk with her
on.
hands. She don't like when I yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I do talk
guess
with my
what?
hands.
Guess what? I'm gonna say this real quick, but y'all gonna
He
hear
ain't
it.
gonna be quick.
Yes, Lord. So people are listening to you when you don't think they're listening to you.
Mhm.
So you might get anybody out there, you got 2 or 3 likes, but they may be watching you and watching you and watching you. And you might have, you post a pic, they one like, they like you, but they really ain't into you. By the grace of God, me and Shani Scott have linked up with a radio show.
Yeah.
And they about to put me and Shani Scott on air from 3 to 7 in a market where we can talk, play music, and motivate, create content, and be great in our element. And shout out to who, Shani? Magic 97.3.
Oh, I'm like, who we
Shout out to Magic
Who we
97.3.
shouting out? Magic 97.3.
Me and Shani
And Bryan College Station.
go live this Tuesday on the radio.
Mhm.
Coach Ron Carey got a radio show. Shani Scott on air got a radio show. We're going to be on the air, y'all, from 3 to 7, a real live radio show.
And you can stream it. You can go to mymagic973.com.
The game
and
didn't
listen to
change.
us every day.
The
No
game-
matter where you are.
The game has changed. He gonna see the rollout. I just leaked it on this show, but 97.3 is watching right now. Bryan College Station.
Yep.
Yeah. Aggie Land. Here we
Aggie
come.
Land.
Tuesday, we go live from 3 to 7.
3 to 7.
Me and Shani Scott. Shout out to Kid, my boy. What's my boy?
The legendary Jack Frost.
Yeah,
He
I
does
got him in the
drive
mix.
home.
Drive home for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. What I call it, Shani? Clock out vibes at 5. Yeah, but I know
Ooh,
we
y'all have to listen to him on this radio. Oh my God. If you think this is something, tune in.
We got people already saying, Shani and Ron, how can we get you somewhere else? We already got people tapping in. So we finna be great in that lane. But anyway, the moral to the story is, did you miss your husband? Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. It don't matter to me. I look at women like this. You're a top tier regardless. If you're married, if you're single, if you're divorced, you're a baby mama. If you never had no kids, you're still a top tier. You're a great creation. You was created on purpose for a purpose. So don't let no man, woman, child, boy tear you down. All women are great and beautiful in their own essence. Black, white, brown, red, or yellow. And this show is all about uplifting women. So for the 3 women that came, much support. I hope you find what you're looking for. If you're not looking for nothing, I hope you just stay consistent in what you're at, where you're at. Thank you to the ladies. Thank you to my team that showed up tonight. And before we go out of here, what a conversation, a beautiful conversation illustrating that you can come together for motivation. Did I miss it on my husband? Hopefully you didn't. Because some of these people that you like are not husbands. Before I go, I want to thank all my guests again, Crystal Perry, Crystal Willis, and Kanesha. And a special shout out to Shani Scott. I'm Coach Ron C. This has been another conversation with Coach Ron C. Until next week, tap in, tune in, and don't forget to check me out on my new debut radio show with Shani Scott on Magic 97.3 from 3 to 7. We'll send y'all information pretty soon. You'll see the information on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Shani Scott and Ron C, Coach Ron C on the same radio station at the same time. Hello, world. Thank you, Tam. Let's go.
I'm just sitting back realizing that ain't nothing on these streets. Every king need a queen. Every queen need a king.